community podcast.
So, Jody, tell us about Louisa Clean and how it relates to you.
Well, my passion is cleanliness. It's always been, let's have a clean environment because it affects everyone, all the animals, Mother Nature, children, families. Everyone is affected by the environment.
Mm-hmm. So what first motivated you to get involved with Louisa Clean?
Well, what happened was there was some litter next to our church and the property next to our church, and I went to pick it up. And it happened to be the same day they had the grounds committee was fixing up the church property. And so I thought, I'm going to go ask a couple people to help me pick up some trash. Well, I started noticing more and more trash on like Frederick Hall Road, Kentucky Springs, all these roads that I've been traveling on. And so I approached Tom and Carol DeZorzi, and the three of us started picking up trash. So then we met with VDOT, and we met with the Board of Supervisors, and come to find out, Beth Ann Boone had started Louisa Clean a month before. So we started getting this movement.
Gotcha. So when did you realize this was more of just like an idea? It was really starting to grow in the community.
When we met Beth Ann Boone and we met with the Board of Supervisors and then we met with VDOT and learned more about the Adopt a Highway program. And so we learned a lot about their program, and what we did was we sat down and came up with some goals on what do we want to happen. What we want to happen is that Louisa Clean and Louisa County is the cleanest county in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Gotcha. That's a big goal.
It's a huge goal. So we met with VDOT to find out all the roads that are available, and that's how we got started.
Gotcha. What challenges have you faced while going through this process?
Well, building the database. I have an Excel spreadsheet that's pretty extensive in building it. So we started with three of us, and now I've got over 350 people on the database. Not everybody picks up trash, but they're advocates for what our program is. They're going out talking about us, talking about the fact that we need to keep a clean environment.
Gotcha. So how does somebody get involved with Louisa Clean?
So they have to go, the best way is we actually promote everything through Facebook. We have Louisa Clean Facebook page, but we have an email. It's info@louisaclean.org. And they will email us through Facebook or just through the email and say, we want to be added to the list. And then I send out reminders on all the different cleanup opportunities that we have during the year.
How many cleanup opportunities are there a year?
Oh, my goodness. We started last January. We did January to June, and we're doing September to November.
Gotcha. How have the cleanups evolved over the years, starting out versus now?
Well, we started with just Lake Anna Beautification Friends. We adopted Kentucky Springs from Elk Creek Bridge to Contrary Creek Bridge. And that started it. And then we were up to like 23 to 25 different roads right now that we've got adopted.
Awesome.
Some of them were already existing, like Elk Creek Hunt Club had it, Dominion Resources had it. So it's been really neat to see how it's evolving. The challenge we have is VDOT's system, getting new roads adopted. The process has been a little bit challenging for us.
Gotcha. What about the process has been challenging?
It's getting VDOT to approve us, to approve the roads. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Well, they went through some coordinator changes, but the person that has really been instrumental in helping Louisa Clean is Kim Carr. She has been amazing in helping us get the roads adopted. Once we get them adopted, we're free reign. And the thing about adoption is you only have to pick up, the minimum is 2 times a year. But many of our roads need it done more than 2 times a year.
Gotcha. So what does a cleanup look like as somebody who's thinking about volunteering? What does a cleanup day look like?
So what it looks like, we meet at a location, we do a safety video, and what we do is we ask the volunteers to look at the safety video that VDOT has online. We provide the link, and then it's about a 10, 15-minute video. And then we have a safety briefing, and then we have been providing hats, gloves, vests, grabbers, and T-shirts. and we meet, and then we break up into teams, and we always have to walk against traffic. So you're always looking at traffic when you're picking up trash.
Gotcha. And how many hours do you usually pick up?
So we do, on average, 2. I think 2 is long enough. I have done as much as 4 hours, and it's just too long. It's too hard. So 2 hours is about the time.
Yeah, that's not a long time to really just volunteer a couple hours, And how often, you said that you only have to do it 2 times a year, but
That's
how
right.
often, like a month?
Like Kentucky Springs, we've done like 7 to 10 times in a year.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and it all has to do with all the construction that's going on, and what's happening is people are not containing their trash. That's been another challenge for us, is trying to educate the individuals and also companies. There's a lot of haulers that are not containing their trash, and it's blowing all over the roads.
Gotcha. So what do you think that as a community we can do about getting people educated on the trash and making sure that they're not polluting?
Actually, we've been working with the Board of Supervisors on this. It's been a real challenge. What they did do is they changed the fine from $250 to $1,000 for commercial haulers minimum. Now, individuals, it's state statute what they can charge.
Gotcha.
So, but still, I wish people would it takes 5 minutes to contain your trash. And what we want to do is be able to buy the covering and put our logo on it and give it to people so that they have something so they can contain their trash if they don't contain their trash.
Gotcha. So I've heard about the Louisa Coloring Book, or Louisa Clean Coloring Book. Tell me about that.
Oh, that was exciting. So Carol DeZorzi and I got together and we met with the school. We met with Dr. Straley and Lee Downing and Heather Spade. And then what they did was they got the high school students. So we had one high school student who did our logo, and then we had one high school who did the Randy Raccoon litter pickup as Dandy, and she created that. And then we had 16 art students come up with individual pages for the coloring book. So it took us about a year to get this totally done. And then we had Midtown Print. We've printed out 2,000 books. We've already given out about 1,200 books so far. 400 for the second graders and 400 for the fifth graders. And then we're getting out into the community giving out the books.
Gotcha. Is this for education purposes, or do people have to purchase these
Nope,
coloring
it's
books?
free. We do not want to charge anybody. So I tell people, if you want books, let me know. We've got them in stock. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Awesome. So what's y'all's next big cleanup?
It is this weekend, October 25th and 26th. The 25th, we're doing Bird Mill Road, and then the 26th, we're doing Micah Road. We just finished Moorfield Road, and that's been our most challenging road because that's a road that goes to the refuge center, So that's been a real challenge for us.
Gotcha.
That road.
Oh, that road specifically?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what about the one after that? Because this podcast won't go out by then. It will go out after that. So what about the one after that?
We will be doing one in the spring. We haven't set a date yet.
Okay.
Usually we do it in May, and we usually do one in the spring and one in the fall. And then the Sheriff's Department has been instrumental in helping us with our road cleanups as well, helping direct traffic.
What do you think makes Louisa residents different from other counties in regards to getting together and cleaning up trash on the side of roads?
What I'm most excited about is the number of businesses and individuals. I mean, we started with just 3 of us. And Amazon gave us a grant. Nestle's gave us a grant. Rappahannock Electric gave us a grant. Keep Virginia Beautiful gave us a grant. So we've really built on that. But what we're trying to do is reach out to the community. So not everybody can pick up trash. But you know what? Everybody can be their eyes. And what we've had is people are taking pictures of people's vehicles when trash is being blown out, and they're sending it to us. And then we're notifying the Sheriff's Department. I don't know what we can do about that, but just people taking the extra step to make sure that their trash is contained. Because I'll tell you, we have found bags of trash on the side of the road. You can tell clearly they've been blown out of somebody's vehicle. And we picked up that. And also people are dumping tires and mattresses. And that's been a concern of ours as well.
Do you think there's just not enough education on to where not that if you don't know where it should go on the side of the road, not that that's the right answer, but do you think there needs to be more education on where those things can go?
Yeah, well, and what I was told was, so when somebody brings a mattress in, they're charging. There's a fee.
Oh, okay.
They just take credit cards. They don't take cash. So a lot of people, if they don't have a credit card and they only have cash, they end up leaving the site and they ended up dumping it on the side of the road.
Okay, so do you think making a small change like that would be any impact?
Yeah, that would be an impact, but right now it is what it is, and we just got to deal with it. I have met with some of the guys that run the centers, and they've been really helpful, very nice, making sure, we take care of what the situation is. So
Gotcha.
That's been good.
So what feedback have you gotten from the community with regards to not even people who have volunteered, but just feedback from people who have seen you clean up and everything?
I can't tell you how much it makes you feel so good. Everybody's always thanking you for what you do. You're very well appreciated.
Right.
We've had a really good success story. I think what I'm most also excited about is just the number of individuals that have come forward to say they want to adopt roads. So that's what we're working on that with VDOT.
Gotcha. So what is going back to adopting a road? What is the process like? Like, what do you have to do?
So you fill out an application, and it's right on their website. And you fill it out, and you figure out what road you want. So the minimum is 2 miles. It's 2 to 5 miles is what their target is. There are some roads that are less than 2 miles. Like, for example, Out of the Box Catering, she did Pottiesville. That's 1.6 miles. They went ahead and accepted that.
Oh, okay.
So, but then once they approve it, then we can start organizing the teams to come out and start picking up the trash. But we cannot pick up trash on roads that are not adopted, and it's for safety reasons.
Gotcha. Is there a fee that comes with
No,
adopting?
it's free.
Oh,
it's absolutely free.
wow.
And what we tell everybody is Louisa Clean will help. We've got a storage unit now with all the signs. We have 12 signs. We've got all the vests, grabbers. We help with that. And so we try to help the groups.
And those are a benefit from the grants that you've gotten?
Yes.
That you can purchase those things?
Yep.
Gotcha. So what's something personally that you've learned after doing Louisa Clean?
I think what I've learned most of all is how this community has been 100% supportive of what we're doing, and that it's continuing to grow. I hope to see it continue to grow and get more leaders. So what we're looking at is a leader to help us with the town of Louisa. That's an area that needs attention. The other area is around Spring Creek, that area. We're trying to find leaders to help in those segments of the area.
What would those leaders be doing?
Similar to what I'm doing, just actually picking a road and adopting it. Once again, we will assist, but we need leaders to lead the teams for those roads.
Gotcha. Okay. So any last comments or advice for somebody who's thinking about maybe getting involved with Louisa Clean?
Well, I got to tell you, the friendships that you build and the team spirit is just, it's over the top. And it's just been really beautiful to see how many different groups of people that they never would have met each other. Mm-hmm. And now they're getting together and they're doing things outside of Louisa Clean. So I think that's the benefit of it. And then you work together. And what you see immediately is the impact. So after we pick up trash, let's say we do 20 bags or 22 bags, you see the impact of of the benefit of what you've accomplished. I think the frustration, though, is when we go back maybe 2 days later or 3 days later, we'll see trash on sections that we just cleaned up. That's something that we'll just have to deal with.
I can see how that's frustrating, though.
It is frustrating because you work so hard. But then you got to look at what have we accomplished. So one of our groups adopted Frederick Hall Road, and there was one section. And in only one section, we got 4 bags of bottles and cans. And so it was really cool to see. And then you could see the difference when you drive down the road.
Right. I just can't imagine. Imagine if like all the trash that you guys have picked up was not picked up.
Right.
How much trash there would be on the sides of the roads.
Well, and that's what got me. That's what got me when I moved to this community, because it's such a beautiful community. The lake is gorgeous. What I would like to see is a group get together and clean up the lake also, getting in kayaks. There was a group that helped Chris McCotter, and the teenagers, and they went out in the kayaks and they picked up trash along the side of the waterway.
Gotcha.
Along the bridge.
Is there any regulations to that, or
no? I don't. You know, that's something we got to look at. How do we transition that to help at something like Cocktail Cove, the sandbar? There's a lot of areas that people are saying that need attention because of the amount of trash that's coming up, and we're trying to alleviate that, but it's very difficult.
Do you think with some more leadership and maybe some more volunteers that this could be something that happens?
It could be something, yeah. It's just something that we've looked at, but we've been so focused on the roadways.
Right.
It's so hard. But if we could find other people to help us with that, that would be great.
Yeah, I think I can definitely see that happening. Part of Louisa Clean now being the lake, I think that would really benefit the community as well with some more leadership and some more volunteers.
That was a young woman from high school. I think she just graduated, and she went to Chris McCotter and she said, I want to help clean up the lake. And she actually organized a group to go out there, and I don't know, I think they got like 40 bags or something ridiculous.
Wow.
And so that's another area we can work on.
Right. All it takes is one person.
That's right.
So not only you're not just cleaning up the side of a road, you're getting together, you're building friendships, you're building community, and you're getting involved for a good purpose.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
I'm very honored to be here. It's very exciting, and I'm very excited about what we're planning to do for 2026. We are going to be meeting to plan our year. So
awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.